You will have the opportunity to enjoy a broad variety of cultural activities, natural wonders, and dynamic cities when you travel to Southeast Asia. All of these things may be experienced at a cost that is within your financial means, which is a significant advantage. The purpose of this article is to bring to your attention a comprehensive guide that will assist you in exploring this varied region in a manner that is both economical and productive. It is common knowledge that Southeast Asia has a relatively low cost of living, and the location of its hotels is the primary factor that contributes to this low cost of living reputation. When traveling through congested cities such as Bangkok, Hanoi, or Ho Chi Minh City, it is possible to get beds at hostels for as little as $5 a night. These cities are well known thanks to the high population density that they possess. When compared to this, the price of a night spent in a private room often falls around between $10 and $25. In coastal communities such as Bali and Phuket, you can find guesthouses and bungalows that are located on the lower end of the price spectrum. The nightly costs for these accommodations range from approximately $10 to $20. People who are seeking for options that are within the middle range can find boutique hotels and serviced apartments that offer comfort at prices ranging from $30 to $50 per night. These accommodations are available to people who are looking for comfort. Those individuals who are looking for alternatives might take use of these possible lodgings. Even though they are still more reasonable than those found in Western countries, the nightly rates for luxury hotels typically exceed $100. This is despite the fact that they are still known to be more expensive. Accommodations of the highest caliber are offered. Street food, which is not only inexpensive but also authentic, is a defining characteristic of the cuisine of Southeast Asia. One of the most noteworthy aspects of Southeast Asian cuisine is the presence of this ingredient. It is not difficult to taste a vast selection of regional cuisine without spending a substantial amount of money because the normal cost of a street lunch runs from $1 to $3. This makes it possible to sample a wide variety of cuisines from different regions. For instance, the cost of a lunch at a restaurant that is considered to be in the middle of the pricing spectrum could range anywhere from $10 to $20, whereas the cost of a dinner at a restaurant in the neighborhood could range anywhere from $3 to $7 in total. People who have a hankering for Western cuisine will find dining have a number of options available to them. However, the prices are often higher in comparison to the food that is available in the area, although they are still adequate when compared to the standards that are prominent in the West. With a budget that is not too expensive, it is possible to travel throughout Southeast Asia without breaking the bank. The utilization of public transportation, which includes buses and trains, provides options for travel that are not only cost-effective but also convenient in every aspect. This is especially true when traveling between cities and nations. Just to give you an example, the price of a bus ticket from Bangkok to Siem Reap might range anywhere from $15 to $20. Just one example is shown here. When flights within the region are booked in advance, the bulk of these flights cost less than $50. Low-cost airlines such as AirAsia and Vietjet offer flights inside the region at prices that are relatively reasonable. Tuk-tuks, motorbike taxis, and ride-sharing programs like Grab are examples of modes of transportation that are not only handy but also cost-effective in urban locations. Every one of these choices is accessible in metropolitan areas or regions. When it comes to shorter journeys, the charges for these modes of transportation often run from $2 to $10, with the exact amount being determined by the distance traveled. The attractions and activities that are offered in Southeast Asia are generally accessible to persons who have fewer financial means, making it possible for them to participate in these activities and attractions. Several natural attractions and temples have entrance fees that are relatively low, typically ranging from $1 to $5. These fees are typically charged by the visitors. Most of the time, visitors are the ones that collect these fees. The cost of prearranged tours and activities, such as guided walks or snorkeling excursions, can range anywhere from $20 to $50, depending on the locality and the kind of trip that is being taken. Examples of such activities include snorkeling excursions and guided hikes. In order to guarantee both safety and value for the money, as well as to ensure that the activities are fun, it is essential to conduct research and make reservations for activities through providers who have a good reputation. Beginning your vacation in Bangkok, Thailand is an example of a sample itinerary that could help you make the most of your trip to Southeast Asia. This schedule could help you make the most of your trip. It is possible that you will have the chance to see the Grand Palace, Wat Po, and Wat Arun while you are there. Additionally, you will have the chance to experience the city's street markets and nightlife atmosphere. You will have the opportunity to visit the Doi Suthep Temple, participate in traditional Thai cooking lesson, and take a tour of the old city if you decide to take a holiday to Chiang Mai, which is situated in the northern region of Thailand. You are going to have access to each and every one of these activities. The Angkor Archaeological Park may be reached by traveling from Chiang Mai to Siem Reap, which is located in Cambodia. This means that you can visit the park, Not only does this park feature a number of historic constructions, but it is also home to a number of ancient structures, such as Angkor Wat, Ban Temple, and Ta Prohm. There are a lot of fascinating places to visit in Ho Chi Minh City, which is located in Vietnam. These places include the Mekong Delta, the War Remnants Museum, and the Cu Chi Tunnels, all of which are accessible to the general public. It is possible to have a beautiful cultural experience in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, which is home to a variety of attractions, including attractive alleyways, historical landmarks such as Hon Kiem Lake and the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and a number of other attractions. Hanoi is also home to a number of other attractions. To wind down your vacation, it is recommended that you spend some time in Bali, Indonesia. While there, you may take pleasure in the dynamic nightlife that the island has to offer, rest on beaches like Seminyak or Uluwatu, and discover the cultural core of Ubud. You will have the opportunity to visit rice terraces and temples throughout your travels around Southeast Asia. Some of these temples and terraces are Tanah and Uluwatu Temple, which will serve as the climactic experience of your journey. To guarantee that your trip goes off without a hitch and that you are able to successfully complete your holiday, it is vital to examine the visa requirements of each nation that you intend to visit. This will allow you to ensure that you arrive at your destination without any problems. It is vital to comply with these restrictions since many countries allow visa-free admission or visa on arrival for short stays. This is because of the fact that many countries allow visa-free entry. Additionally, if you want to avoid any potential health problems, you should make sure that you have the appropriate vaccinations and travel insurance, and you should exercise caution while consuming food and water that you buy from the street. When it comes to the treatment of small injuries, it may be advantageous to carry a simple first aid kit with you at all times. When traveling to temples, it is important to dress modestly, and before taking photographs of people, you should always make sure to ask for permission beforehand. It is crucial to display respect for the local customs and traditions while you are in the area. In spite of the fact that English is the language that is spoken the most commonly in tourist destinations, you can improve your capacity to communicate with people by learning a few simple words in the language that is spoken in the area. Carry some local currency with you for transactions that are not very significant, and use credit or debit cards for purchases that are more substantial. This is the final piece of advice, but it is certainly not the least important one. However, you should be aware that there is a possibility that there will be fees associated with using an ATM. This is something that you should be aware of. It is possible for you to have an experience that is not only memorable, but also reasonable if you keep these ideas in mind and prepare your schedule with careful attention. If you travel throughout Southeast Asia, you will be able to enjoy an experience that is not only memorable, but also affordable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.